These are stories where love meets betrayal. Stories that make you see life a little differently.
The rain fell in relentless sheets that evening. Not violent, not chaotic, but precise, like a silent witness to the city's hidden truths. I watched from the cafe window, hands wrapped around a warm mug. Steam mingled with the scent of wet asphalt outside. He was late, again. It wasn't unusual, but a small voice in my chest told me that tonight would be different. We had shared years together, little victories, minor fights, endless cups of coffee. I had trusted him without question, or at least I thought I had. A figure approached through the haze of rain, umbrella tilted, coat dripping. The man I loved, or the man I believed I loved. "Sorry I'm late," he said, brushing water from his shoulders. Casual, light, but I noticed the faint scent, vanilla and something else, something foreign. We ordered our drinks. I watched him scroll his phone. Distracted, furtive glances, hands moving differently than they did with me. It was subtle, impossible to pinpoint, but my heart recognized it, the tremor of betrayal. After a few moments, he suggested a walk. The streets were slick with rain, reflecting the neon signs in pools of color. We walked side by side, but something invisible pressed between us. He stopped at a street corner. His phone buzzed. He read the message, smiled faintly, and I knew. I didn't confront him yet. Not here, not now. I wanted the truth to reveal itself fully, like rain carving channels through the pavement. Later, when we returned, he kissed me lightly, tender, familiar, as if nothing had changed, but everything had. I stayed awake that night, listening to the rain drumming on the window. The gentle, constant rhythm seemed to echo my thoughts. He had hidden something, or perhaps someone. The morning came gray and damp. Coffee tasted bitter, and I realized betrayal isn't always loud. It can be silent, creeping, waiting to be discovered. I decided to follow the trail today, not with rage, not with tears, but with quiet determination. Every step measured, every shadow observed. He left the apartment, the cafe, the streets. I trailed him discreetly, and there, in the corner of a narrow street, he met her. Not what I expected, not glamorous, not smiling flirtatiously, but intimate, familiar, dangerously so. I watched from the shadows. He didn't notice me. She didn't notice me. I knew then that trust could shatter without a word, and I, finally, would see everything. The rain had a rhythm now, like a heartbeat I could follow. Every drop a signal, every puddle a reflection of reality. I trailed him through streets glistening with silver light, umbrella heavy in hand. My coat soaked through, but I didn't care. He entered a narrow alley. I stopped behind a lamppost. The glow from above cut through the darkness. And there she was, not the woman I imagined, not a stranger, but familiar in ways I hadn't expected. A colleague, a friend, a secret lover. I didn't move, didn't breathe too loudly. I waited. Their conversation was soft, casual, intimate. He laughed at things I had never heard. He leaned in. She touched his arm lightly. The gestures that had once been mine were now theirs. I wanted to look away, to stop the pain before it fully struck, but I couldn't, because knowing the truth is different than imagining it, and I had waited too long to just imagine. Hours passed. I memorized every detail, the tilt of his head, the curve of her smile, the sound of their voices blending. I felt rage and sadness, but also a strange clarity. When he left, she lingered a moment longer, then disappeared into the night. I followed him back. The apartment smelled of rain and something foreign. He kissed me, unaware I had seen everything. I didn't speak. I didn't need to. The weight of truth hung between us, silent but undeniable. The rain continued through the night, and as I listened, I realized something crucial. I had choices, not revenge, not confrontation, but control. I would confront him, but only on my terms. I would decide how this story ended. The city outside was a river of silver and shadow, and in that river I began to see myself clearly. Not the woman who trusted blindly, but the woman who could survive anything, even betrayal.
The rain was relentless that night. Not a comfort, not a distraction, but a witness. I didn't sleep. I waited. I watched him move through the apartment, unaware, careless. When he noticed me, I was by the window. The city outside blurred in the heavy rain. I didn't expect you to be awake, he said, nervous, hesitant, a flicker of something unfamiliar in his eyes. I saw you, I said. I saw her. Every detail, every touch, every smile you shared. He froze, pale, breath caught. He opened his mouth, then closed it. I can explain, he whispered. I shook my head. Explain? I asked. Do you think 1,000 words could erase months of choices? He stepped closer. I didn't move. I never meant to, he began. I don't need your excuses, I interrupted. They are already part of your story, not mine. The apartment was silent except for the rain, and I realized how quiet betrayal can be. It doesn't need a scream. It only needs patience. I went to the bedroom, opened his drawer, pulled out his phone, the messages, the receipts. Every piece of evidence laid bare. He watched, helpless. Do you see now? I asked. His hands shook. He could not lie anymore. I left the apartment. No slammed door, no shouting. I just left. Outside, the rain soaked me instantly. Cold, heavy, yet strangely liberating. I walked through the city streets. past cafes, lights, puddles, a world he thought he controlled. I didn't look back. Weeks later, I learned things. He tried to apologize. He tried to reach me. I didn't answer. Because betrayal isn't fixed by apologies. It is confronted with truth. And the truth is this: he made his choices. I made mine. The rain still falls. Always will. And now, when I hear it, I don't feel anger. I don't feel longing. I feel awake. I feel myself. And that is enough.
Sometimes pain doesn't come from enemies, but from the ones we trusted the most. Maybe that's how life teaches us to see the truth. Could you forgive such a betrayal? Share your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe. More stories are coming. Stories that will touch your heart.